Lou, Westerns are a dime a dozen, but Young Guns became one of the most successful modern-day Westerns. Why?
You know, it's interesting. You know, for years they go, oh, the Western's dead, the Western's dead. I mean, especially in the 70s and 80s, the Western's dead. No, if you make a good one, you know, it's not about, you know, I guess it used to be in the 50s and 60s, you know, if you made a Western, people would go see it. Didn't matter that, you know. But then also people became more discerning. It's like, you know, a good movie's a good movie, a bad movie's a bad movie. I don't care what it is, you know. You can't make a sci-fi, you know, these days and expect it to be a hit. And so nobody had made a Western for a while. I think the funny thing is, Unforgiven didn't happen until after us. Nor did Silverado. So in many ways, I'm proud to say Young Guns was responsible for bringing or opening the door for those films because it showed that you know, a Western could make money again. But you know, they injected this MTV sensibility into it. Now what's really interesting is to know that, thank goodness, I'm going to tell you the original, I'm going to back up and say something in a second. When I go in on this meeting, I read the script and I'm like, oh my God, it's a Western, oh it's great, oh it's a wonderful role, oh my gosh, this is incredible. And I had just met Kiefer Sutherland a couple of weeks before, and we had said, oh yeah, we got to do something together. We have since done 5 projects together, and he's a very dear friend. So now I knew that Kiefer was being offered this role of Doc Scurlock. Somebody else was offered Billy, by the way, I'll tell you in a second. And so I got this meeting set up with Joe Roth, John Fusco, who's from Connecticut, who wrote it, Chris Kane, our director, and Paul Schiff, the co-producer on the Fox lot. So I read the script, it's great, but what they haven't given me are the audition scenes. I don't know what scenes they are. So okay, I'm gonna pick, you know, a couple of scenes that I think are really good, and I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna knock their socks off. So we go in and we chat for, you know, 15, 20 minutes. And they're being so nice to me, they're being so kind. I mean, this is like, whoa, you know. Like I said, I'd spent like 6 months auditioning and couldn't get anywhere. And these guys are being really warm. So, you know, there comes a lull in the conversation, and I say, I'm sorry, they didn't tell me what scenes that you know, you guys wanted to see. So I picked a couple, if you don't mind. Who am I reading with? And Chris Kane, the director, kind of looks at me. He looks at Joe Roth, the producer. Looks at Fusco, the writer, and now they're all kind of smiling and nodding, and I'm getting really nervous. And Chris goes, I don't think you understand, Lou. The part's yours if you want it. Well, okay, sure, yeah, I'm in. You know, and so it was this was the first time that I realized, okay, I've achieved a certain plateau in Hollywood. It was like, oh my God, okay, I guess I've arrived. Now, you know, backtracking, Sean Penn was originally offered the role of Billy the Kid. He couldn't do the movie because he was in jail for punching a photographer. So he had to drop out. And God rest him, originally the role of Dick Brewer was offered to Patrick Swayze. And I tried to talk Patrick into it because he and I had met, and he said, no, I've done these ensembles too many times, man, the whole Brat Pack thing, I gotta get away from it, I can't do it anymore. You know, and then I eventually did an episode of The Beast and worked with Patrick before he passed, so at least I got to do that.